You are looking live at York Ice Arena in York, Pennsylvania, where the New Jersey Rockets 19U girls are getting set to take on the York Lady Devils. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo here to bring you the action. York, Pennsylvania is about a 2 or 3 hour ride away from where most of the Rockets girls live. So they have a little car ride to shake off here. Some have been here a little longer and are a little more warmed up. Some not. Nevertheless, 17 minutes on the clock for this Maha League game. The first series for these teams, I think, was way back in September or October, and I think those went at both levels the way of York. So the Rockets looking to extract a little bit of revenge, perhaps, and head into their President's Weekend tournament and subsequently the Maha playoffs with perhaps a little bit of momentum, carrying on the momentum of a 3-1 victory last Saturday, also in Pennsylvania, where most of the January and February schedule is set. Rockets do the 1-2-3 Rockets, a little expanded bench today compared to last week. Ariel Smarklin, number 2, between the pipes. The Devils goalie's name appears to be Chezovice. 22. You can see her over there at the end of your screen. 17-minute periods here at the 19U level. In the earlier game at 16U, York jumped out to a 4-0 lead in the first, added a shorthanded goal in the second, and Lauren Fox scored in the third with about 5 minutes and change left. And we ended that one at 5-1 in favor of York. Good game for Molly Rose Smith in the nets. Hansen at center, Rizzo on left wing, Holt on the right. Lift off from York. Devils steal the face-off and bring it in. Rizzo, Hansen, and Holt have played together for the most part of the last 6-7 years. So good to see them out there all together as a line. York fires it through. They get a piece of that so there's no icing. Oh, there is an icing. Looked like somebody got a piece right at the red line, but the front ref with the white beard, many would say a Santa Claus type beard, said icing. So we'll face it off 24 seconds into the game. PJ, Izzy, and Hope up front. PJ wins the faceoff to Izzy. Kirsty through traffic. Hope directs it, but can't direct it all the way through. Devils try to break out. Kirsty and Lauren Fox, the defense pair for this group. Comes to the near side boards, battled for there. Moved through to the far side. Lauren Fox is there. She chips it up for Hope Menichello. Menichello over the center line and over the offensive zone line, still going, but the Devils get a piece and they move it out. Devils now through neutral ice, gaining the zone offside if it goes in. It doesn't, and here's Camarada trying to battle for Harris. Sent off of the back of Izzy's stick, but she can't corral it. Izzy now tries to get through, gets shoved off there, and the Devils dump it in. Goes behind the end line where Lauren Fox gets it, gets a little support from Barbara. Somebody lost a stick. There's already going to be a penalty here. Let's see who it is. It's a tripping call. Hard to see who had possession of the puck, but it looks like York is going into the box. And the Devils have committed the first miscue of the game. Now this faceoff should be sent all the way to the other zone because it was an offensive zone penalty. And the Rockets with the tripping penalty on number 12 of the opposition will have an early power play. Landstrom with Tillinghast on the left wing and Paulino in the slot. Wins it over to the point. Negotiated through. There's a tip by Brianna, and it nearly eluded the goaltender. Aaron at the point sends it low. Brianna spins off the board. Brianna to the slot. Loose puck there. Devils get it, and they send it all the way down. It's going to be on net, so the icing that's in effect in all situations is not in effect in this situation because the puck was on net. Rockets now with a defensive zone faceoff and 1:39 on the power play. Hansen, Rizzo, and Holt. Rizzo off the faceoff. Holt together, 2-on-1 if they could get there first. Riz tries to get it, got a piece. Bug cleaning it up over to Riz. Top of the slot was looking possibly for Aaron. Right point. Oh, it just hit a weird part of the ice and went through. Breaking in are the Devils. They'll get it shorthanded in the zone deeply. They try a centering attempt. It goes behind the end line. Still behind the end line, they move it around and reverse it to the far corner. Comes off the boards there. Hansen picks it up over to Riz. Riz steers it forward and is going up and into the offensive zone with the dump. Goes to the near side corner. Bug is there with Tootie. Riz gets a piece of it, centers it. Here comes Lauren Fox in the slot. Backhander deflected off a Devil stick. Tootie tries to send that one behind the net. It hits off the ref and doesn't get to Riz. Off the boards and out, and this is a foot race. Kirsty's there, takes a little stick underneath, but the Rockets will gain possession. Lauren Fox looking for Riz there. There's a loose glove, and that player, boy, she better get that glove back on. Trips Riz behind the play, no call. Kirsty's going to gain the line on the right side and dump it for herself. PJ covers up her point so she can go and pursue with abandon. Now they switch, and PJ will pursue over the end line. PJ leaves it, but the Devils pick it up. 13 seconds left in the Rockets' power play early on. Kirsty from the point, can't get it through a shooting lane, so she has to try to dump it. Devils pull it back, wait for everybody to get on side is Kamarkar, and the penalty is over. The player jumps over the box. There's no glass protecting the penalty box over there, so that makes it a little bit easier. Don't need anybody to man it. There's a shot that Ariellis knocks down and leaves to the side. It comes to the near side corner, and they move it to the point. Picked off there by PJ. She sends it forward for Izzy. Izzy couldn't corral it right away, so she's going to have to either take a sharp angle shot or go around the net. She goes around the net, tries to center it for Hope, but the Devils were there to block it away. Hope trying to get possession there. Izzy wrist shot goes just wide. Covered up, whistle, and a stoppage of play. 12:59 left. First period, no score. York Lady Devils and New Jersey Rockets, the 19U level. Rockets credited here with the first. Well, actually, they have no shots on goal. I saw the 2-0. I know they have a couple of shots, but they're not credited with any. Devils credited with the 2 so far. Sent over the end line. Ariellis, one save. Rebound comes loose and goes all the way out between the points. Still working with it along the line, and eventually Brianna comes down and steers it out. Georgie looking to pick off a pass, and eventually it's Bella that does that. So Cucci there with Tillinghast and Paulino. It's going to be a penalty over here. Let's see, or is it just offside? What is it? I was looking behind the play to watch the change, and I didn't see the penalty. And it looks like it's going to be an interference call against the Devils. So the Rockets will go on their second power play of the game, have an offensive zone draw to the goaltender's right in a 0-0 game. Hansen with Holt and Rizzo up front, Kamarkar and Fox, the defense pair. Hansen wins it to Holt, who sends it to Kamarkar, who sends it low for Riz, who's got to hustle along the end line to try to get it. Riz can't hold her feet there. Let's see if she held up the player long enough. Comes to the point. Kirsty's there, sends it low, but can't get it through the Devils, and the Devils will skate it out. Bug hustling through, loses a wheel. The team short. Her opponents are short-handed. Backhand attempt goes through the top of the crease. Battled for along the boards, kind of out of view. The boards are tilted toward the ice a little bit here, so that affects the view. Riz chips it up the boards, looking to spring Tootie or Bug, and it will go over the line. No icing. Surprised there's no icing on that call. And One of the York parents is abhorrent about that, and while I may be biased in general toward the players, he's probably right. Devils pick it off, shorthanded, send it toward the net, but wide. Ari Ellis watches it go wide. Aaron chips it forward looking for Bug. They've changed partially here. PJ is out with Hope. Bug is the last one out there. She's on the far side, and she hustles off for Izzy, so they complete the change. 39 seconds left in the Rockets' power play, their second of the game. Technically, according to the board, they don't have a shot on goal, but I've seen two. And that was similar to what happened in game one, where they were credited with 5 total shots, and I saw them get at least 5 more over the last 2 periods. That one sent down for an icing, so the Rockets will have to start from their own end with 19 seconds left in the power play and 10:47 left in the first period from York Ice Arena in York, Pennsylvania. PJ wins the face-off, but Lauren's not there to pick it up. Lauren eventually gets it, whiffs on that one, banks it hard off the boards, but a Devil steps in to get it. One Devil passively not even in the zone on the penalty kill here, and now she drifts into the picture on the right at the point. Devils have killed off their second penalty, and the Rockets try to skate it out. Izzy's going to get past the D here, possibly, if she hustles, gets a piece of it, but can't really do anything with it. Izzy with Hope and PJ up front. Barbara has jumped on for Jacobus. Wrist shot through traffic, kicked down and never gets through. Izzy tries to leave that one for Kirsty, but looked like she lost it off the skate. Kirsty gets it at neutral ice, and now it's batted the other way toward the Rockets bench, and they ping-pong it around as the Devils change. Sent in offside. What was that? Oh, too many. They're going to call too many. Is it on the Rockets or is it on the Devils? Too many on the Devils. And it looked like they actually had about 7 out there at one moment, but I think one of the ones who played the puck was one of the ones who didn't have her replacement get off the ice yet, and that was really the problem. So probably had too many out there, and that's the call. So the Rockets have no complaints about the officiating. It's gone their way, rightfully so or not. And hard to argue with a too many players on the ice penalty. That was pretty evident right there. And they might be home cooking on the shot clock, but not from the refereeing standpoint here. Rockets are ready with their third power play of the game. They haven't been able to make good on either of the first 2, and they start this one with Landstrom, Paulino, and Tillinghast up front with Lee and Bruno on the back line. Here's Rachel Lee as Landstrom steps off for Hansen. Sent down, got a piece of it, and it's not going to be strong enough for icing anyway. Icing in effect in all situations here at this level. And that one sent through neutral ice. Georgie tries to send it off the boards, but doesn't find anybody. Brianna's got it, but she's got nobody there, and it's all Devils. And Brianna sent that one in and wasn't sure if she was supposed to go for a change or pursue the puck. It comes up to near side boards and off the glass. Rachel's going to get this one, send it right back for Tootie, but it's offside. Brianna didn't quite get a chance to get back over the line, and Hansen was trying to corral it. Nothing happens. You'll get a good look at the face-off. Francesca Hansen on the dot. Luisa Rizzo in the middle. Bug Holt on your right. Lauren Fox hustling over to that puck on the left D, and Kirsty Kamakar on the right D. Riz tries to send it through traffic for Bug. Bug bumping there. And the Devils pick it up. They've been pretty dynamite. They haven't been dynamite in their discipline, as Riz is going to take this one and send it forward for Bug. Off the boards, a little too strong. Got to start completing those passes if you want to have success. Kirsty banks that one off the far boards, has Tootie. Wrist shot. Oh, glove save. That was ticketed. And if she didn't catch that one, if she put it on the ice, Riz would have popped it right back in. So a big save by Cesavice. I'm going with the Italian pronunciation for the goaltender. 22 in white. Kamerkar off the face-off, wrist shot, another save, no rebound. PJ and Hope were there, even Izzy. 22 seconds left for the Rockets to operate on their third power play of the game, and we are not even 9 full minutes into the game. Devils get it over the line and send it in deep. 1-on-4 they pursue, and the second coming late. Tie up along the end boards, and a whistle and a stoppage of play. Hand pass, it looked like, maybe. One of the Devils tapped it with the glove, and the next person to touch the puck when you do that, unless you're in your defensive zone, if you're anywhere outside of your defensive zone, and you propel the puck in any way, shape, or form with your hand or your glove, either yourself or someone from the other team has to be the next person to touch the puck, and that was not the case there. So, a little lesson in the rules. As Kamerkar sends it up the near side boards, and the York Devils have killed off all 3 penalties against them so far. Rockets are going to have to play discipline because, as we often see, referees will, if penalties have been going one way, they'll turn it around and start calling them all the other way. But so far, so fair. Nothing really egregious, and the penalties that were called were pretty obvious each time. Flapper, that's knocked down. It looked like by Jacobus. Minicello on the far wing tries to send it up, but can't get it out. The Devils towing the line, leave it at the point. Sent down behind the net, and they'll pursue it around to the other side. They'll send it right back around the net as they try to work the cycle, centering it in front, but nobody there. It goes all the way out past the point. Hope's going to jump off, and the Rockets will try to change a few where they can and not get caught out. Ryder is going to take a wrist shot. Ariellis Markland kicks it toward the corner. Tillinghast there, tries to bang it up the boards, can't do it. It goes to the point. Ping-ponged around over there. Devils shovel it toward the front of the net, and Rachel Lee rebuffs that. It comes to the point on the right side. Wrist shot blocked away by Bella Cucci. It goes to the far corner. Rachel Lee over there again, knocks away 2 passes. This one's sent down. The puck's going to have to really slow down, otherwise it's going to be an icing. And they wave it off at the last moment. Again, I'm curious, but the puck's slowing down, but no player close enough to make the touch-up. It benefits the Rockets. So they play on. 6 minutes left. Period 1 from York Ice Arena in York, Pennsylvania. Rockets and the York Devils scoreless. York can be a scenic ride as Luisa Rizzo comes through 1-on-2. Gets by 1. Wrist shot! Oh, she had it! It was just a little high! She had Kesevice beaten right there, but Riz couldn't quite get it on the net, and she didn't miss by much. Here she comes again. Gets through 1, tries to dump, gets it back, trying to go through literally the entire York Devil team. She got through 3, but couldn't make it through the last 2. Devils moving it back the other way. Then they gain the offensive zone, and they'll send it below the end line. Rachel Lee was anticipating that and was trying to get to the spot beforehand. They play with it behind end line, walk out in front, loose in the crease, shoveled, and score. Ariellis tried to dive at it. She lost the blocker in doing so, but that loose puck was there, and it was shoveled in over Markland. So the Devils take a 1-0 lead. That's called their 6th shot of the game. 5:08 left in period 1. They strike first. So they've killed off 3 penalties, and they've scored 1 goal. Let's see if the Rockets can get it back. Hansen, Rizzo, and Hope with Kamerkar and Fox. Bug in front of her own bench. Can't keep it in, and the Devils send it behind the end line. Reversed up. Rizzo hustling over there, is looking for the pick. Can't get to it. Sent up again. Riz is going to peel it off the boards and has Hansen with her. Sends it a little too strong. That increased the accuracy of those breakout passes. Hansen hustles over toward the bench area, but doesn't change quite yet. Devils get in behind the D. Kamerkar's to cut all the way over. Wrist shot! Markland got the right shoulder on it and kept it a 1-goal game. Menichello, if she can get through, gets through one, pulls back her stick like a sword trying to get through. Good defense by the Devils, bumping, angling, using hips, using sticks, doing it legally. This Menichello will get through a lot of them very often. 4:10 left, first period, 1-0 York Devils. Rockets have had three power plays. They had 3 power plays among the first 9 minutes of the game. Couldn't score. PJ goes around, finds Rachel, who sends it toward the net. Backdoor, Izzy Camerata shot! What a save! Izzy thought that she had that one. Kesavice, big save right there. Camerata got on the back door. Jacobus found her all alone over there. And Izzy got elevation on it. Looked like she was trying to go below the glove and under the armpit. Nearly had it. Good save, tightening up that area. Comes now to the Rockets' defensive zone, and they can't clear it. Devils move it along with alacrity around the far boards and now behind the end line. Battled for in the near side corner, not in very good view of anybody. It trickles out toward the front of the net. Rachel Lee gets a piece of it. Pushed away, sent at the net. Ariellis gets it down, and they play on because there's no Devil in sight and no whistle. Keep playing to the whistle. Right? Those can be tremendous opportunities if the other team gives up, thinking that they're going to blow the whistle because the goalie has the puck covered. The goalies can move those pucks, and somebody, if they could break out, could get an easily chance to break away. And the Rockets have been a few times in that situation rather recently where they kind of just stopped playing even though there was no whistle, and they failed possibly to take advantage. No icing there, as this puck's going to die on its end. Good reversal. Aaron's going to pick this one up here. She's probably going to go over to Kirsty or try to power it up the boards for Barbara, who used the body to shield off her player. But nonetheless, it goes over the end line. Kirsty gets to it first, saving a big scoring chance. Georgie chips it off the boards to herself. It's sent back in offside. Whistle and a stoppage of play, 2:07, period 1, 1-0 York Devils over the New Jersey Rockets. We thank you for joining us. This is the 19U AA level. If you've stumbled upon here, we appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button and the alerts button, and every time we're uploading the wonderful content that is New Jersey Rockets Girls Hockey. Most of the time it's games and live streams. Other times it's coach interviews, and you never know what you're going to see. So we appreciate your support. First 100 subscribers have been reached, and that's a big milestone. And it's all my pleasure to bring you, whether it's your daughter or your niece or your friend, or you're just somebody who's stumbled upon it and you like to watch good hockey, we're glad you're here. Tillinghast whiffs on it, but maybe just doesn't get full wood. Paulino tries to get it. Fox now to Kamakar, looking for Paulino, can't get it. And the Devils send it back in. 1:16, 15, 14 left, period 1. Rockets had 3 power plays to start with. Couldn't dent the net. Devils on a goal mouth scramble. Loose in front, and Ariella stops it with the stick and then covers it up. Rockets couldn't clear a goal mouth scramble with about 5 minutes and change left in period 1 here earlier. And there was a backhander that was shoveled in front by one of a gaggle of York Lady Devils. Under a minute now here in the period. Riz loses an edge right there. Just had the skates sharpened. She's come out with alacrity today. Now she's looking to get out of the zone, and if that puck was able to get through, she might have been gone. She's got to skate all the way to the other side now. There's Rizzo trying to get a piece. Still trying to get a piece, coming up just short. 30 seconds now, period 1. 1-0 Lady Devils, 10-3 officially on the shot clock, but the Rockets do have a couple more shots than that. Lady Devils at the point, send it deep. It comes to the far side boards. Bruno's going to get there first, chip it for Rizzo. It gets out of the zone at least, so the Devils have to regroup. Hansen pushing over there, tries to keep her player out. Still battling in front of the Rockets bench. 4 seconds, 3. Can Rachel Lee keep it away? She can. And that'll do it for period 1 from York Ice Arena in York, Pennsylvania. 1-0 York Lady Devils. 10-3 officially on the shot clock for period 1. If you like what you're hearing and you want to hear more of this guy, go check out Diamond Diehards, a podcast about baseball and about life. Myself, Joe Rizzo, and Jeff the Dog Healy break it all down for you. And we are available right here on YouTube. Just look for Diamond Diehards or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else you find your podcasts. Diamond Diehards, a podcast about baseball and about life, featuring Veteran of the Day and Diehard Dads segments as well. And we don't always talk about baseball, so even if you're not a diehard, we give you other stuff to think about. A lot of live streams, usually often on Facebook, sometimes elsewhere. So join our Facebook group or follow us anywhere on social media at Diamond Diehards. Diamond Diehards, a podcast about baseball and about life with yours truly, Joe Rizzo, and Jeff the Dog Healy. They put 17 minutes back on the clock for period 2. The Rockets trailing 1-0. Rockets line up at center as they have Jacobus, Camarada, and Menikillo. Liftoff, period 2 from Pennsylvania, York, PA. That one sent at the net and covered up by Chesavice. Fox and Kamarkar on D to start it out. Offensive zone draw. PJ wins it to the right point. Kirsty through traffic. Redirected by Hope, and it goes just wide. Wraparound attempt. PJ lost it as she was coming around. Izzy goes over the end line. Looking for Menikillo. Can she get it there? Can't. It comes out in front off a strange hit off of the glass behind the net. And could have been very dangerous on a scoring chance for the Rockets if it had gone through. This one hustled down. No icing as Kamarkar retreats. Comes to the far side boards, batted out. PJ nearly got it to Izzy. They're trying to spring behind the defense, are the Rockets here. Jacobus puts herself onside deftly. And the puck comes through neutral ice. Fox, Cucci there. Fox, near side. She's got Camarada. Can she hit her with the home run? Just waited too long. She has room to skate it. Wrist shot goes toward the net. It was a little wide, but Chesavice kicked it anyway. Got to hit those quick passes when they're available. She could have sent Izzy in close to all alone or possibly all alone. A lot of it's communication and audio or puck awareness. Comes to the point. Aaron can't keep it in. Tries to keep her player from rushing in. That's Ryder. She gets through one. Wrist shot. Big save by Markland. She got the right shoulder on it. Ryder with a deft move to get in, and she thought she had Markland beat. Needed to get it a little bit higher by about an inch. But Ariellis was going down, and she shrugged that right shoulder just enough to get a piece of it. Through neutral ice, and now up the right side. Cole sends it at net. It bounces and Ariella stops it and traps it. Whistle in the stoppage of play. 14:50 left in period 2. 1-0 York Devils over the New Jersey Rockets. Rockets in all black, Devils with the white jerseys on to make it easy. Hanson wins the faceoff over to Riz, but it tipped off of her stick as she was trying to escape. Riz is going to grab it up the right wing. Can she get there? Oh, couldn't quite get there fast enough. Nearly got behind the D. It's sent back in now. Riz off the wing, was looking for Bug, but had the pass adjusted a little too much. Maluzio, wrist shot, right pad save. Ariella had to stretch out for it. At the point, Bug can't keep it in, but Tootie knocks it down on the way in. They ping-pong it around, and Kirsty's going to grab this one. Kirsty behind her own end line, sees nothing in front of her, so reverses it. Banks it hard off the boards for Riz. Riz trying to get through one. She sends it forward for Bug. Bug gets a piece to keep it onside and pursues. Bug goes down in a heap over there. Comes out to neutral ice, and Kirsty picks it up. Has to hustle, get it in, but didn't see Bug way still in the zone. And that will cost the Rockets an offside. 1-0 Devils, 13:53 second period. 14-6 now the shot, so it's 4-3 in period 2 for York. PJ wins the faceoff, back to Rachel, over to Aaron, up for Izzy. Izzy tips it forward. Still battled for, comes in offside. Aaron got a piece of it, was trying to jam on the brakes, but she did it with her body and not with the puck, so they'll face it off just outside the zone. Jacobus with Camerata and Menikillo, Lee and Bruno on D. 13:40 on the clock, period 2. 1-0 York. Through neutral ice, Hope Menikillo gets it over to Izzy, back and forth, but that hits off the referee as it's coming out. Breakout pass thwarted. Hope's going to grab this one. She's got a lot of traffic in there. Puck squirts free for a moment. Rachel Lee wins it at the point and sends it in. The gutty, gritty Lee. Always in the right spot. She gets it again. Through the feet. Sent at the net. Bounces almost all the way through. And we've seen Rachel orchestrate a few goals this season that way. Taking her time, finding a lane, see if she can sneak one through. That's that one back in from the point. It comes out now. Aaron kicked it with the skate as she was tied up top. And it goes back in for an offside. Period of the long change. So the defensemen are postured at the part of the bench closest to center ice, and the forwards are postured on the part of the bench closest to the opposing goalie for the second period. And sometimes that can be advantageous. If you have a lot of possession in the offensive zone, you can change even your forwards, not to mention your defense, without losing possession, and you can keep the other team from changing and getting possession. Devils send it in. Wrist shot. Ariellis knocks it down with the pad, but couldn't cover it up. Near side boards. Georgie gets dumped over. Rockets calling for the penalty. Looked like there were some elbows high and some pushes high, but no call. Euler gets it and sends it back in. Devils now moving it around with some sense of urgency. They try to center it in front, but Kirsty got a stick on it, and Kamakar has been rock solid. She shows her versatility on a game-to-game basis. She was playing. Here's a shot that Ariellis gets a piece of. Kamakar is at center last game and drops back to D for this game, the always reliable 19. Wrist shot through traffic. Lauren tried to knock it down, but the glove missed it. And Ariellis Markland saw it at the last moment and was able to get the inside of her blocker, not the outside, the inside, as her stick was turned the other way, thinking it was going to go by. She got the inside of her blocker on it, and almost for a moment like a fish out of water, scrambled to see where it was and covered it up. Open in the slot, and it goes through. Rockets just able to get a piece of it, but if they're not going to win those face-offs, the Wings have to kind of stay there on their posture. Rizzo almost had the breakaway. Wrist shot over the net. Centering attempt in front, cleared to the wing. Finch at the point, sends it through. Bug waiting, she's got Riz. Oh, Riz just couldn't get the pass perfectly. And good D right there to prevent Rizzo from a breakaway. Holt and Rizzo almost worked the magic. Holt just standing in the passing zone. Just chipped that pass, didn't even try to handle it, just saw the pass coming, knew that Riz was going to blow out of there. And those two long-time teammates and good buddies almost worked a scoring play. 11 minutes left, period 2, 1-0. The Rockets trail the homestanding York Lady Devils, who steal the face-off, but Rachel Lee wins it back at the point. Riz gets a piece on the half-board, sends it low for Tootie, who tries to center it. The goalie knocks it down. It's still loose, but comes out at the top of the left circle, and the Devils steer it out. Bruno's going to get there first and send it in onside as Hansen cleared the zone. Tootie tries to pick it off as it goes up the boards. It sneaks through 3 Rockets there and gets out of the zone. Rachel pushing and shoving with the puck and eventually wins it. Hansen negotiates it forward, and she, Rizzo, and Holt will jump off for a change. Fresh forward and defense out there for the Rockets. Camarada, she picks it off in neutral ice, sends it for Menichello. Up toward the right half boards, Jacobus got a piece. Car through traffic, actually sends it down low. Camarada was looking for the wraparound but didn't have anybody there. Fox tries to send it low, got the shot adjusted, and the Devils pick it off and they skate through neutral ice. Maluzio over the right wing, slams on the brakes and then dumps it. Under 10 minutes now, 9:42. That one fired at Markland. She steers it to the near side. Kamarkar has Camarada. Camarada will shift it with the backhand into the offensive zone. 1-0 Devils. Can the Rockets have their moment of magic here? They're being outshot 14-6 officially. They have about 3 or 4 more than that. The Devils shot count looks about accurate to me. Kamarkar has to race back and nutmegs Ryder as that one goes all the way through. It looked like it was offside. Boy, if she didn't get that, Kirsty, then Ryder would have had another breakaway. Markland stopped one. Ryder had a big breakaway earlier in the period, 12 in white. And she was going for the top left corner of the net. She had it, but Markland shrugged her right shoulder just enough to get a piece of it and steer it over the crossbar. Devils get the puck into Rockets ice, but they can't keep it there, and they ping-pong it back in offside. .8:58 remaining, second period from York Ice Arena in York, Pennsylvania. Joe Rizzo bringing you the action. Rockets Girls Hockey, the 19U level. Bella Cucci in the center circle. Wins it over to Brianna Paulino. Can't hold on to it as Finch grabbed it, and then some other Devil picked it up and sent it over the end line. Aaron Bruno steers her player off it, up to Georgie. Tillinghast will skate it up the wing but can't get it out, and the Devils send it down low. Aaron playing the man and not the puck, and that's why there was no scoring chance in the slot. Centered one time, they score. Looked like Maluzio or Hellwig maybe. That'll double the lead for the Devils. They create the one-time chance behind the end line. The player in front wasn't unmarked. She just got the stick on the puck, and it found its way past Markland. 8:30 left, period 2. Rockets now. Oh, Rizzo almost with another break there with Holt. Rizzo sends it behind the end line. Rockets down 2-0. If they get one back quick, as they've been pensioned to do, they're not worried about the 17-6 on the shot clock. They often will be outshot by opponents of equal or even lesser valor. But their offense does not need a lot of shots to create a lot of goals. Wrist shot! Big left pad save by Markland. Still getting up as she had to spin all the way around to get a piece of that one. Markland trying to make an adjustment. Looked like she might have an equipment issue, but with the puck still in possession here, she would have to tell the referee, and then once the Rockets got possession, they would give it up. Rizzo banks it hard off the boards. Holt is going to be the first one to get there on the other side, tries to center it. Hansen's in front if they get there. Now Hansen goes to join the fray. 2-on-2 for a puck battle. Rizzo hoping that it comes out in favor of her team. It doesn't. The Devils will get it and bank it off the glass. Rachel tries to keep it in at the point. Kirsty was there, preventing a 2-on-1. Riz sends it, or Rachel sends it for Riz, but can't get it in, and it goes offside. They'll change. 7:14 remaining. Period 2. York with 1 in each period. The Rockets with none so far. Jacobus, Menichello, and Camerata up front. Lee and Bruno. And she got a good look at Hope. She wears number 48. She's a big baseball fan, but especially her beloved New York Mets. She wears 48 in honor of her favorite player, Jacob deGrom, the wonderful New York Mets pitcher, perennial Cy Young either winner or candidate. And if you want to hear more about him, go check out the Diamond Diehards podcast. Just Google Diamond Diehards, you'll find it, believe me. Wrist shot from the point, doesn't get through traffic. It looks like it hit a Devil. Reversing it now, Rachel Lee got a skate on it. Devils try to move it through the offensive zone, high-low. They do that. The shot goes off Markland's stick to the near side. Menichello will chip it forward for Camerata. She's got 2 to beat. She skates all the way around toward her bench and dumps it. Devils are not giving the Rockets a lot to break in with. And the Rockets have been, boy, they've been guilty of an inordinate amount of offsides today. The legs are there. It's not one of those situations where you hear people in the stands yelling, skate, skate. They're skating hard. They just are against an opponent that, in soccer terms, keeps their form very nicely. Puck battle there. Referee saying, move it out of there, ladies. 3 Rockets there. And eventually, Lauren Fox sends it off of Barbara, and they're cracking up at each other because Lauren got the puck, and she just sent it right into Barbara's face mask. And Barbara's like, what are you doing? Good laugh. Maybe that'll break some of the tension and help the Rockets break out on the scoreboard. 3-3 there. It shoots out just past Paulino. The shot attempt is rebuffed by Kamerkar, who sends it forward. It's through neutral ice. Kuchi's going to pick that one off. Goes through 2 sets of legs there. Eventually gets it and just sends it right back. Devils pick it off. Kirsty knocks that one away. She's been a rock. In Hindi, Kamerkar means rock. It probably doesn't, but I mean, it sounds good today. And hopefully the Mumbai family is checking out her play, because this has been a good game for number 19, Kirsty Kamerkar. Far corner, she gets it again and sends it forward, looking for help from Hansen. It goes up the wing. Paulino's over there. Goes between the points. Riz looking to pick that one off. Gets undressed a little bit. Left shoulder save by Markland. Somebody lost a stick in the slot. It was one of the Devils. It goes toward the point on the near side. Riz trying to get it out, seeing if she can muscle off. It's 2-on-3. Riz is going to pick it out of there. Curl off the boards. It goes over to Kamerkar. The puck seems to be finding her. Maybe they should put her in front of the net. The puck will find her over there. Fox over the center line, has Riz with her. Fans on the dump in, but she'll pursue it as Hansen covers the point. Goes to Riz, to Hansen, sent at the net, but one of the Devils blocked it down with a shoulder. And Hansen chips it forward, waiting for Rizzo to get onside. And Hansen's going to pick this off. Oh, she had Riz if she could have gotten the stick and won the 50-50 on there. The Rockets have been close. Robard's coming in. She gets past the defense, tries to shovel it at the net, but Markland gets a piece. Redirected in front. It's loose. Hansen bats it out. Shot at the top of the slot. Can't get through. Still battling for it. Rizzo along the near boards can't get it, and it's sent below the end line. Rockets on their heels a little bit here. They almost had... Hansen blocks that one. She could be off to the races, chips it forward, but Rizzo has to peel off for a change. Bug is going to still pursue as that puck's in the zone. They send it through. Hope gets it. Hope gets through one. Can she? Can't. Oh, she's slew-footed down over there. Maybe it was just incidental contact. Under 3 minutes now, period 2. Rockets have a 2-0 deficit. If Bill Parcells, the legendary New York Giants coach, were here right now, and he was instructing the Rockets, he would be telling them, get the 0 off the board. Offside. Player put herself offside, Ryder. And she's had a breakaway before as well. She's been dangerous. I thought at times it was number 12, but maybe it's 42. Face-off won by the Devils, and they slap it in. Behind Ariellis Markland is Rachel Lee. She reverses it once and then tries to send it on the near side. Devils pick it up. They play with it behind the end line. Still behind the end line. They try to center it again. They scored on that play before. That was goal number 2. Goal number 1 was off a goal mouth scramble. Centering attempt in front, but Jacobus got a stick on a stick and prevented that one from going in. Now that puck sent in wide. Comes to the near side. Devils get it again at the point. Kept in. Kacic. Banged forward. Hope was looking for the pass from Izzy. Finch over the line. Finch top of the slot. Top of the circle now, sent in front, no stick there, and they try to kick it forward, still no stick. Now they get it back. Kacic sends it in. Another one banged forward, but doesn't get on net. Devils buzzing here. 99 seconds left. 89 rather. Period 2. 2-0 Devils. Rockets need to get it the heck out of there, and they do. Bruno is a defenseman, but she's going to be the first to chase this down. She'll act as F1. Caught in the change of the Rockets. Rachel Lee is back. There's 4 Devils in before 1 Rocket, and the 1 Rocket wins it. Centered, but Ariellis knocks it away with the stick. 60 seconds in the period. This one's sent down. No icing. Georgie Tillinghast has to hustle down. It goes over the end line, but there was no icing. Landstrom's going to peel it off the boards. In the circle, wrist shot, save, covered up before Georgie could get the stick on it. Rockets almost made something out of nothing right there as Tillinghast hustled down, grabbed a loose puck where icing was waved off, and Landstrom picked it off the boards, marched right at the net, and had a high-quality shot. Landstrom will take the face-off. She's got Cucci and Tillinghast. She wins it to the corner for Tillinghast, who sends it for Fox at the point. Fox trying to get it through traffic, can't do it. Needs a little help from Georgie, who grabs it and carries it over the end line. 32 seconds as Tillinghast's centering attempt for Cucci is prevented by Kesevice. Offensive zone draw, they'll change it up. Hansen with Rizzo, and now Paulino. Hansen on the dot, Paulino in the slot, Rizzo at the half boards on the left. Hansen wins it forward for Riz, who is streaking at the net. Fox and Kamerkar at the point. Rockets have 4 low. Hansen keeps it in. Now they retreat back a little bit. 17 seconds. Devils are going to have a break here in the waning moments. Getting through. Maluzio, wrist shot. Save Markland, and she smacks into the goal. Maluzio smacked into the goal, so they should bring that face-off outside of the zone. She wasn't propelled by anyone but herself. And 8 seconds remain in the period. So if you're thrust into the goal, that could be an interference. And if you run into the goal on your own, the puck should be, when you're an offensive player and you knock the puck off the net, the face-off should be outside of the zone, and they are going to do that. A good dad joke saying, Amber, stop taking out the goal. We need that. That was good. That was a good dad joke. Credit dad. Maluzio is always trying to take out the goal. That's his material, not mine. Face off, won by first the Devils, now the Rockets. Riz trying to slip in behind the defense as the last 2 seconds tick off. After 2. 1 in the first and 1 in the second, both by the York Lady Devils, and they hold a 2-0 lead over the New Jersey Rockets. It's 17 minutes left to play. Officially on the board, it's 21-7 for the shots in favor of the Devils, but I can tell you the Rockets have at least 3 more than that. In the earlier game at the 16U level, the York Lady Devils scored a 5-1 win over the Rockets. They scored 4 in the first, which we didn't get for you on video. And they scored 1 in the second shorthanded, which we did get for you on video. And then the Rockets scored in the third to close it to 5-1, but too little too late. And right here, a certainly manageable 2-goal deficit. Down 2, time is just not a factor in the game until you get down to about 3 minutes. So if they could keep it at that, that's okay. And if the Rockets could knock down that deficit a little more, then even better. If they could turn it into a 1-goal game, and then maybe a tie game, anything's up for grabs. Jacobus at center with Camarada on her right, Menichello on her left, Bruno and Lee on D, Markland on guard of the net to your left. Liftoff, period 3 from York Ice Arena in York, Pennsylvania. Menichello through the left circle, centers for Camarada. She shoots, and there's a save with the mask by Kesevice. Camarada has been alone in front now twice and couldn't solve number 22. And so for those two, could easily be 2-2. Sent now into the offensive zone. Rockets will retreat. Just underway third period. Rockets trail 2-0. They had 3 power plays in the first 9 minutes of the game as Markland stops that shot and covers it. Almost lost it. Nearly lost it. Had to flounder to the opposite side of the net. And looks like they're going to call a roughing. So the Rockets will jump on the power play again. I didn't see what happened. Maybe they called a bump into the netminder at or after the whistle. So the Rockets will go on power play number 4. And in the eyes of the referees, they've played mistake-free hockey. They have not given one up, and they might need every bit of the power play here. Hansen with Paulino on the right, Hansen on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Bruno Right point, Lee now has it between the points. Lee shot, and it's gloved down. Hansen and Riz were right in front. And Paulino was streaking down the right side. Hansen to Paulino, over to Lee. Through traffic for Riz. Oh, she whiffed on it, or maybe Maluzio got a piece of it. Riz and Maluzio will battle for it in the corner. Riz turning, looking for Hansen. They're going to whistle that one down. The Rockets will take that. I guess the referees are tired of seeing the girls tie up the pucks like that and just whistling them down. So they'll face it off in the far circle. Hansen over to Riz. Riz, oh, she was looking to go to the point, but couldn't get the stick on it quickly enough. Riz slips right there. Seems to be okay. She's going to get fined for that one. Perhaps ridiculed by her teammates in a nice way. Rachel Lee sends it across ice for Brianna Paulino. She'll have to hustle in. And still going back. And backed off onto the other side. Kept in at the left point.
Why are you down there?
Rockets can't keep it in as we're down to a minute left on the power play and 15-10 left in the third period. A game in which they trail 2-0. Riz gets tripped over there, and the Rockets are going to have a 5-on-3 for 52 seconds. Riz was curling it out of the zone, took a stick right on the skates, and it's right in front of the referee, so they're going to call that tripping. So she draws the penalty after the Pratt fall at center ice, does number 13, and she jumps off, as do her teammates for Jacobus, Camarada, and Menachillo. Camarada wins off the draw. Kamarkar to Fox. 5-on-3 for 45 more seconds. Loose in front and cleared away just at the nick of time. Sent to Kamarkar at the point. She goes to Fox at the top of the slot. Can't get it through traffic. Battle for it there. Kirsty's got to take it out of the zone. 31 seconds in the 5-on-3. They go across ice to Jacobus. She leaves it for Camarada, who tries to go back toward the middle. Fox definitely keeps it in. Wrist shot easily gloved down, though. And again, the Rockets, they want to score, but at worst, they'll take these offensive zone draws. 19 seconds in the 5-on-3. Hansen, Paulino, and Rizzo now up front. Lee and Kamarkar at the points. 127 in the power play. This is the most golden of opportunities for the Rockets. It's not going to get better than this. Riz tripped again. This time they don't call it. Hustling to get onside was Hansen, just on the other side of your picture. Kamarkar sends it in. 3 seconds, 2, 1. The 5-on-3 has expired as Hansen keeps it in. Let's see if Kamarkar can keep it in. She can't. Getting behind the defense is Cole. She's 1-on-1. Wrist shot knocked away by Lee. 14 minutes in the game as Rizzo picks it up. 53 on the power play. Sent cross ice. Oh, for Paulino. If she can get there first, she's got Riz. She can't. Big play. Kamarkar sends it in offside. 44 seconds in the power play. It was a 5-on-3. 2-0 York Lady Devils. Oh, there's a move toward the middle. It looked like she was going to jump through traffic. Landstrom on the far boards takes a couple of whacks there. Still moving forward. Holt now moving forward. Bug sends it in, and she will chase. Georgie also there. Georgie anticipated the reversal. Rachel steps into a shot and nearly got a deflection in front. Sent at the net, but nobody there. Tillinghast and Holt were sort of skating away. And 9 seconds on the power play. Rockets making the shifts very short now. They want fresh legs, trying to cut this 2-0 deficit in half. Get the 0 off the board. Jacobus in the dot, wins it to Camarada. Over to Lee, keeps it in. Lee back down for Camarada. She's got to hustle behind the end line, trying to get Menikillo in front. Jacobus is there as well. Robards in the far corner. Can't shuffle it forward yet, but does on second attempt. The power play is over. 5-4-5 on the penalty kill for the York Lady Devils, and let's say that's the difference in the game here because they have a 2-0 lead. The Rockets have played very disciplined hockey here against a highly skilled team, but they have to dent the net. They are in this game, 22-11, officially the shots for homestanding York. Shot from the point, gets through, took a bounce on Kesevice at the end, but she gobbled it with the logo on her chest. Battled for behind the end line. Izzy looking to center it for somebody. Eventually PJ hustles down there, tries to bang it forward. Izzy picks it off, sends it back near the boards, bumping. Falls down over there. That one sent up the boards, no icing. It hit off of a Rocket stick, it looked like, or a Rocket was right there. Sent it right through the wickets. Over the end line on her own side, but gets it picked off is Erin Bruno, battling back to try to stalemate it over there and waiting for a little help. Eventually gets it from Hansen and Landstrom, who are out there with Cucci. Comes to the point, slap her one time, knocked down and covered up by Arielis Markland. Little hit and push after the whistle. And look at that, there's even more of it as Hansen's going to the box, but or is she? Looks like a cross check on Hansen just getting her water. She took a hit as she was coming back, being escorted by the ref, and a lot of times the refs are going to even it up when they see that kind of thing, but the Rockets have their first penalty against of the game. They have had 5 in their favor, so with 11:23, and they're calling that a 5-minute penalty. Why is this a 5-minute major? This seems like theater of the absurd here. A 5-minute cross-checking major for that, and then not even an unsportsmanlike conduct for the Devils players, 2 of whom bumped and engaged Hansen as she was coming off the ice. Well, we called it before. The Rockets did have the first 5 power plays of the game, but when the refs wanted to make up for it, boy, they sure did. 5-minute power plays do not extinguish upon the advantaged team scoring a goal. So York is free to score as many as they can for the rest of the time on the power play, which is now 4:38. And there's chirping by the Devils at Hansen. Let's see if they're going to call the unsportsmanlike. 4 Devils coming over and chirping at Hansen, and they're going to call it. So they'll bring the face-off down there. So for 2 minutes, it will be 4-on-4. 4 Devils came over and were chirping at Hansen, who had her head down. And the refs called the unsportsmanlike. So 4:38. 4-on-4, now under 11 minutes. Rizzo and Paulino up front. Lee and Bruno on the back line. Centering feed, backhander score. So the Devils with the excessive celebration in the heat of the battle. to the delight of their home fans and the disgust of those on the Rocket side. Sort of a curious 5-minute major on it seemed like a pedestrian, if there is such a thing, cross-check. Nothing out of the ordinary. They'll play it still 4-on-4 for the next 97 seconds. Devils now up 3-0, 10:33 left. The hill getting a little higher for the Rockets. Wrist shot goes just wide. Comes to the near side. Skated out by Paulino. Looking for Riz. Riz gets a skate on it. Bree gets a skate on it, but it's sent back in. Rachel down there. All the Rockets on this side of the ice and one Devil on the other side, so you're going to make sure it doesn't get to her. Bruno with the ice. She can move the puck, and she likes to do that. 16 sends it for 13. Let's see if they can make the math add up. Kamakar comes in late on the change. Rockets clear the zone. Bree gets it, but it goes through the legs. Devils skate it back up, leading 3-0. They scored on the 4-on-4 as things got heated. More from the Devils side than the Rockets side, both fan and player-wise. Hansen in the box for a 5-minute cross-checking. Dubious call. Riz got that one, and instead of breaking away, she fell once again. This one brought in way offside. Whistling a stoppage of play. Let's reset it for you. Shots 24-12. York Lady Devils 3-0. They lead on the scoreboard. We are 4-on-4 for the next 20 seconds. Thereafter will be 2:38 of unmitigated power play time for York as the Rockets finish trying to kill a 5-minute cross-checking major to Francesca Hansen. Some of that time was killed off as the Lady Devils were chirping at Hansen after a stoppage of play at the penalty box, 4 of them, and they were given an unsportsmanlike conduct, but with the 4-on-4, they quickly scored and pushed the lead to 3. Rockets need to get the 0 off the board. Whistle and a stoppage on the other side, and Maruzio and Fox will go in for coincidental. Looks like a referee gave the signal for a 2-10. So we'll see the extra player comes into the box for which team. If an extra player goes into the box for the Rockets, then the 2-10 is on Lauren Fox. If the 2-10 goes on the Lady Devils, they'll have a second player in the box. Or is that not the case? Okay, it looked like he gave the signal for 2-10. If it's 2-10, they should have a second player in the box to serve the first minor penalty. And the scorekeeper buzzes over and says, I think she's maybe saying what I'm saying. If it's a 2-10, you put a second player in the box. That player serves the 2-minute minor, and the offending player herself serves the full 10 minutes from that point. And, well, I guess that's not the case. They don't put the 2 minutes up on the board, but the teams are still playing 5-on-4. So I guess there was no 2. Well, I guess if there is a 2-10, it's negated by the fact that there were penalties on both sides. So still 5-on-4 as the Rockets skate shorthanded. Camarada and Menichello. Izzy sends it forward, looking for Hope. And Hope will try to battle for it and pull it out of the corner over there. She'll battle with Robards. Comes out of the corner, has Izzy in front, sends it for Izzy. Couldn't get quite the geography on the pass that she was looking for. Hope's going to hustle off and change, and Landstrom is going to come out for Shue. Bruno tries to keep it in at the point. Rockets have way too many people on the ice. Wrist shot, save, covered up. Rockets got caught a little bit out there. Izzy came off the ice, and Rockets were fortunate to not get too many on the ice right there. Izzy was a good 12 feet away from the bench while she was being replaced. 1:24 left in the major to Hansen. 5-on-4 at the moment, despite 3 players being in the box combined for both teams. Cucci and Landstrom to kill it off. Can they create some offense? Cucci sends it forward. 3-0 Rockets trail. Landstrom will gather, wait, send it forward. Pursue the puck once again. Cucci sends it in onside as Landstrom hustles out. Just killing time here. 7:14 left, and with a 3-0 deficit, the clock becomes a factor at 5 minutes. Wrist shot, saved with the blocker. Rebound, still saved. Might not have been a second attempt there. Cucci and Rizzo up front now. Jacobus taking a shift on D, killing the penalty, which contains 25 more seconds. Rizzo's going to break out. Rizzo gets through one. Rizzo's one-on-one. She's going to just flick it at the net and see if she can get a stoppage, and that's a good job by Rizzo right there, allowing for the completion of a change perhaps behind her and an offensive zone draw when you're shorthanded is always a good thing, because if you win it, hey, heck, you might score. And even if you don't, she wins it to Kamerkar, does Riz. Kirsty's shot is blocked. Her second attempt is blocked. Battled for in the near corner. Riz retreats back to cover up as Georgie pursues up front. They wheel it around the other side. The penalty's over. 5-on-5. Full and even strength. No, well, I should say even strength, not full strength, because there are still 2 players in the box that'll come off probably after the next whistle and be able to repatriate their lineups. Fox and Maluzio. Battled for on the far side half boards. We're under 6 minutes now. Rockets need to strike. There's a push, and possession of the puck goes to the Devils. Slapper from the point. Attempted redirect is missed. Comes all the way to the near side. There's a shot that Arielis gets a piece of. Georgie chips it out. Perhaps was looking for Riz there on the other side. Cheering perhaps the hit or the body contact over there. It doesn't look like anything unseemly. Riz gets that one caught in her skates. Just so close to getting off today, 13. She's one of the ones in black that we are used to seeing put the puck in the net, especially in big moments. Here's Tillinghast up for Riz at the end of her shift. Let's see if she's got anything. Can't grab that puck. Harris sends it forward, but over to Kamerkar, who waits. Sent across to Lee. Banked off the boards for Menichello, trying to send it forward for Riz. Gets onside. Riz finally retreats off with Hansen to get a change. Jacobus fresh-legged. Let's see if she can work some of the magic. Rockets did manage to kill off a 5-minute shorthanded penalty, although there was a goal scored during that time. It was 4-on-4 because the York Lady Devils took a penalty of their own. There's a blocker saved by Arielis. Rebound still loose in front and finally steered out by Hope Menichello. Hope jumps off for Bella. Camerata in pursuit. Bella grabs it. Let's see if she can gain the line. 24 does, and she sends it deep. Sent around the far side boards, and they try to break out. Bruno stepped into it. Jacobus back there. It's still moving forward. Time now on the side of the York Lady Devils. 3:37 left, and they have a 3-0 lead to protect. The Rockets have come close a few times. Cucci gets it, sends it into the offensive zone. Holt tries to get there, can't do it. Maluzio, she's been player number 1 for the team in white, she and the goaltender. But hard to find a player for either team that hasn't played pretty well. Paulino trying to force a turnover. Bruno with a little help there. 3 minutes left now. Rockets need to get a goal if they want to get back in this one. Steered around to the far side boards. Bruno there using the body. Has a little help from Comercall. Rather, that's Paulino over there. Bruno standing sentry in front of the net. And it's a good thing she is, because she forced that player to go all the way around when it looked like she might have had a clear path right to the net. Rockets are going to have to start taking some chances. Wings are going to need to stay way up high and blow out of that zone. Here's one case where it needs to happen, but instead Comercall is going to be forced to do it herself, and she'll gain the line on the right side and have to dump it. Devils bring it up, but Rachel Lee sends it back in. Hansen peels off the boards, can't get it through. Sent back toward the point again. Rachel sends it into a host of players from either team, and it pops out of the zone. Sent back in, but the Rockets are going to try to complete a change behind the play. Through neutral ice, Hansen picks it off. Paulino now looking to dump it. Doesn't get enough juice on it, so the Rockets have to clear the zone as the Devils just poke it back out. 95 seconds left. Riz gets through one, but still a lot to beat. Gets through another. Gets to the top of the slot. Beats another. Riz shot save. Oh, the rebound was there. Rizzo undressed 3 Devils. There's 3 practically half-naked Devils on the ice, but Rizzo couldn't get the 4th, and that's the goalie. Here she is again. Let's see if she can get through again. Was looking to pass that one to Hansen right there. Hansen clears the zone. 1:13 now. Rockets keeping Markland in the nets, as you probably would expect. If they get this one in the net quickly, they might try to pull her. That one's not going to be an icing because this ice is rough at this point. Devils at neutral ice. Riz steps in. A lot of stick work going on there from 12, taking some hacks, and now she's doing it to Jacobus right there. "40 seconds now. Looks like this one's going to go in the books for York. There's a cross check right there. Newcomb, look at 12! Look at 12 with the cheap shots all over the place! 12 inciting a riot on the ice, and it's all right here for you to see. Newcomb starting a brawl. Just taking her stick and carving Hansen up with it with no regard to the player not engaging. She might have to pay a larger penalty for that. I mean, you couldn't get a clearer shot of the instigator right there. And it's a shame to see that the team plays such a good game and they come unhinged at the end of a game where they're going to win. And they just run off the final few seconds of the clock. York is going to get the win 3-0, but they're going to lose on the sportsmanship front. And the players are just going to go right to the benches as Coach Paul steps in and says just go right to the benches, and that's probably a good idea in this case as the home team comes unraveled and doesn't show a sporting manner against the Rockets. Rockets played spirited, they played hard. Devils got a little cheap there at the end. Their fans applauding it as well. Final shots 29-13. in favor of York. A lot of Bronx cheers being bandied about, but you could see it for yourself exactly what happened and make your own judgment. It was pretty clear what happened right there at the end of the game, where you saw 12 taking hacks and using her stick to carve up any Rocket that she could see, and Hansen not fighting back to the point until the end, where she's merely just defending herself from what appears to be a more diminutive player who feels she has the license to use her stick against the bigger player. That'll do it from York Ice Arena, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. You never know what you're going to see. And if you hit that subscribe button, we encourage you to hit the alerts button as well. We're glad to have the first base 100 of you on there. And no matter which side you're from, we appreciate you checking it out. And all your support going forward, if it's your daughter, if it's your niece, if it's your friend, or if you're just somebody who's checking out hockey because you love hockey, we appreciate your support. Once again, if you missed the 16U game, it was 5-1 in favor of York. They scored 4 in the first and then 1 in the second, and the Rockets came back with 1 in the third. And then this one, York scores 1 in each period and mars the game at the end with some of the worst sportsmanship you're going to see, with Newcomb number 12 just using her stick with ill repute and little regard for the safety of the other players on the ice, and we'll see what happens with all of that. From York Ice Arena, this is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for your support and thanks for watching New Jersey Rockets Girls Hockey.